Hi, I'm Tasha Smith.
And I'm Michael J. White.
From For Better or
Worse.
And you are watching MadameNoire. Hey.
Well, I mean, as we completed our episodes prior to joining OWN, it's basically the same show, but it's evolved from the last couple of seasons. I think we've hit a stride where we, as actors, infused a little bit more of our own personalities, and as did Tyler in the writing. And he's got a great knack for writing for people's strengths. So it's evolved to a place where I think the humor is a lot more universal.
And you'll see a lot more things with the other characters as well. I don't think it's just Marcus and Angela going through their relationship issues, but you see a lot of other kinds of relationship issues within the other characters. There are things that Angela does that I would never do, but there are some nuances about some Tasha-isms that I may have given to Angela because I've been playing her for so long, so you kind of bring in gestures and some behaviors, But the way that Angela is reactive and how she handles her husband, I can't say that that's how Tasha is. Although I might be loud like Angela, I might be funny like Angela. Like things like that. Unless you have anything. Why are you looking at me?
No, I
feel like you got something to say.
No, I'm good.
Well, what were you thinking?
What was I thinking?
You were thinking something.
Well, I think there's similarities to the character.
Okay, what else that I may not have mentioned?
Well, I mean, it's like as Angela and as Tasha, you say things that a lot of people can't get away with or don't have the gumption to do. And in that way, you're heroic, for people. You say things like even yesterday we were in interviews and I can't tell you how many times that she just said things that I was like, wow, I wish I had said that, but she just cuts to the chase. And it's like, there's a beauty to that. It's what I think people like about Tasha and what people like about Angela as well, is that alpha woman that says what she wants to say and just cuts to the chase. And see, getting into this, I knew that would happen, that people would start defining me by the action stuff, even though I've done far more other things than action. So it's like something about kicking somebody in the head just wipes away all memory of other stuff. I've actually done more comedy than any other thing. And it's really kind of, interesting if you look at my body of work. I'm playing closer to who I am, and it's actually a luxury.
And it's funny because I never see, we know he has 7 belts under his belt. No, you know what I mean? No. But he has 7 belts. I mean, that's amazing. But I never see the guy that's kicking people's butts in the movies. You know what I mean? I know that he is this karate man that knows martial arts and could probably break 20 bricks at one time, But I never see that guy. I always see the funny, the father, the friend, I see that guy, but can you show me the other guy one day? No, seriously, when we're done,
special episode.
Can you break a brick for me? Okay.
Well, the craziest thing I've ever done for a relationship. Yes. Wow, I got a lot of stuff, but I don't.
Craziest?
I've had a lot of crazy exes.
Back in the day, okay, I was probably 18 years old. Okay, I was crazy. About 18 years old, and I was dating a guy, and I went to his house, and his car was out front, and he didn't open the door, and I'm banging and banging and banging and banging on the door, and the neighbors said they would call the cops. I told you the story before, right?
I don't think so.
Neighbors said they'll call they were going to call the cops. And I was like, but I know he in there. I'm banging, banging, banging on the door. So the cops came, and I got scared, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, officer. My cousin lives here, and his mom called me and told me he was having a seizure, and I was just trying to make sure he was okay. And I came up with this whole lie about him having a seizure, right? So that I wouldn't get in trouble in the neighborhood. Well, the cops went to the apartment manager and said, he's in there having a seizure. We got to make sure this guy's okay. The apartment manager opens up the door, okay? And me, the cop, the apartment manager, go walking through his apartment. And guess what we found? It wasn't no seizure. Okay, that's all I got to say, honey. Him and some butt-naked chick was in there, and all you saw was a flashlight from the police officer when we went into the bedroom, going from boobie to boobie, saying, oh, I don't think it's a seizure. Okay. That was probably one of my craziest moments.
No, you wouldn't see Angela doing something like that now, would you?
Ah! On that note, thank you, MadameNoire, for having us.